Hello, everybody. Welcome to what I am going to call the Sculptor Challenge. Essentially, I gave myself a giant block of quartz, basically to simulate a giant block of marble, and I'm going to try to sculpt it into something, if I can get in here, without placing a single block. That's right, I can only remove blocks. If I make any mistake, it's permanent and we're going to roll with it. This is going to be tricky. Okay, what I'm planning to do for this build is to make a dwarven statue. In fact, I want to make it look like it's standing on just like a couple steps or like a little pedestal. So I'm just going to break out a couple of these little rows here to see if I can make it look like it's just elevated and standing just a little higher, because I think that'll be really cool in the end. All right, I've got the pedestal figured out, so it's all going to come from out of this size block here. In fact, let me just get rid of what's left here. All right, I've got this shaved down to what I want. I left a little bit in the center here because I want to make the dwarf's hand extending outward. In fact, I think I want it right about here. Just a 4x4 hand that's going to be extending outward from his body. Because then we can have the head up here. Going to build a hammer that's going to sit right there. He'll have one hand resting on the hammer, one hand out extended. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Okay, I don't need the rest of this because I just need those 4 blocks that were hanging out in front. Be careful not to break anything I don't want broken. Okay, I actually broke a couple blocks I didn't want to, but we'll make that work. And there's the first start of his hand. It's going to go back a little bit further. In fact, I know it's going to go at least 2 blocks further back. So I'm going to start with that. And then I'm going to start with the hammer. My plan with this is kind of to go front to back and just kind of work it out that way, because I think the back will be easier, much easier than the front. And it'll be easier to remove blocks and just make it look better. The hammer, we'll leave the corner of the hammer here and make it 5 wide. The hammer's just going to be that. And that. That is going to be the base of the hammer. And then it'll come up. We'll keep a 3 wide just in case we need it. Come back. Also want it 3 blocks deep as well. So we'll come, that's 3. And we'll break out this to the edge and see what shape we're working with. That is okay. I'm okay with that, actually. Okay. How tall would we want it? I want to make it about the hilt even with over this side of the hand, because his hand's going to be resting on top of it. Which, to have him resting it on top, I really should have built this out further, but we'll make it work. We will make it work. In fact, we'll make it work by giving a little bit more shape to the handle. So we're going to make it a little bit like this, so it's just a little bit more rounded of a handle, and then we should be able to have a solid block on top with for the hand. And it should look pretty good. In fact, I really need to say where the hand's going to go now, otherwise I'm going to ruin this. I just know that I will. The hand's there, fully extended. I want the other hand to be right about there. So I might carve that out for the hand. That's where that's going to go, which means the hilt comes up to there. Let me just break out that little space there, and then this will give us the shape of the hammer. I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it. Let's just get a little bit more shape to it. Just got to carve out a little bit more, and I think it'll look okay. It's going to be okay. I'm just going to keep telling myself it's going to be okay. I think it is going to be okay. I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Okay, that's a good shape there. I'm going to work on the head and the feet. Probably the feet first. Otherwise, this might end up looking a little... Actually, just kidding. I changed my mind. I'm going to do the arm to where it's going to connect to the torso. That I can then make the feet, the head, the whole shebang. Okay, let's start with the extended arm, I think. So this is going to go back. And the arm's going to connect straight to the shoulder. It's going to look like a little Minecraft man. Which, with my building abilities, I can't ask for much more. Okay, how long do I want his arm to be? I'm thinking shoulder ends right there. So that's the arm shape I'm going for. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave that piece on the shoulder there for the moment. Ooh, that's a little further back than I was thinking. Maybe we'll have. I think I want the torso to be at least 3 wide, probably 4 ideally. 4, is 4 too big? 4's not too big. Oh, you might have to adjust this slightly. How do you make a person? What do I look like? That doesn't help. Hey, look at it. That arm is way too long. It's too long. I think the arm should end here. So I'm just going to destroy this. And there's no going back, so the arm is there now. Okay, before I clear out too much, I want to make sure that his feet end up in the right place. Okay, I need to figure out where this is. Okay, this is one more block back here. No! That's where his hand's going to be. So that's going to look okay. We're going to remove a little bit of that. Okay, that's destroyed. Need not wreck his hand on this side. We'll do that. Okay, yeah, no, that's not in the way of his hand. Clear out this. And that. One hand. Two hand. Clear out this. Torso is here. Clear out that for the torso. Okay, let's bring this all the way back to the torso. Right there. Okay, carve out the hand. That's looking good. And the arm. Gotta keep the arm. Can't lose an arm. We know no one-armed dwarfs here. It looks like a mutant slime. What is that? Okay, I'm gonna try to work on the head before I get too carried away here. We'll do 4 blocks across for the head. Not you. And not... No! Okay, it's gonna have a bit of a chin. How about that? A bit of a chin. Chin. Extend out. It's gonna be okay. And I'm just gonna keep telling myself it's gonna be okay. We'll do that. And then we gotta work on the face, because that's the chin. Just clear out a bit of this, get a bit of shape going. That's the chin. I don't know if I want to remove that, but I just did. Okay. I don't think we need anything in front of that. I'm saying we don't, because there's nothing in front of it now. That's the face. That is the face of a stone-hardened dwarven warrior. Oh, what is this creation that I'm creating? What is this? Okay, he needs feetsies. Need the little feetsies. There's one footsie. His foot's too small. What have I done to this poor dwarven man? His foot really ought to be over one. Okay, we're running with it. We're running with it. This is the beauty of this challenge. We're running with it. In fact, if I do this, we'll make him a tiny bit skinnier, and that'll actually even it out a little bit, which I think will help. Bring this back till we connect with that point. There we go. Look at this. Those are legs. Get rid of that. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten rid of that. Okay, back to the head. Need a better head shape. His head's gonna be a little flat on top because I'm out of space. I am out of space, okay. Make a perfect circle first try because that's all we get. Success? I think that's success. And there, that's unique. Okay, we don't need any of this. This is just space filler. Get this out of here. It's not horrible, which is about as good as I'm going for at this point. This is a hard challenge, but I actually really like this challenge. I have the biggest grin on my face right now. This is awesome. Let's give him a backpack. That would be sweet. Let's give him a backpack. I want him a backpack. Needs a backpack. Everyone needs a backpack for all of your dwarven journeys. Oh, I broke part of my pedestal. That's fine. Alright, time for the final cleanup. Just gotta clean out these back blocks. Clean out these front blocks. Don't break any last things that we don't want to. We've already done enough of that. Alright. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for the big reveal? Okay. head's a little squashed, but I like it. I actually really like it. There's a little bit of a chip here. You know what? Let's just extend that. Ooh, I like that. Let's make this go all the way around the edge. Just buff out that chip that we made in the marble pillar. Alright, that's all buffed out and clean, except for the new one I just made, but that's staying. That is staying. And that is staying. That is looking a little funny over there. I just made it worse. Okay, final touch. Final touch. That looked way better before I did that. Well, sometimes you need to know when to stop. And I think it's time for me to stop. I actually think it turned out pretty good. Let me know what you think in the comments. What does this actually look like? I'm excited to see what you come up with. Anyways, later.